welcome back. This is episode 201 of NooBTooB, a weekly independent podcast where, let's see, PAX just ended.
Yep.
And it was awesome.
It was really great. I don't remember what happened.
Yeah, I don't remember the future at all, but I'm sure that it will awesome have been.
Yeah, we shaved at least 2,000 people probably at that point.
We shaved girls, we shaved dudes.
Yeah, shaved dogs.
Yes, we shaved people we thought were dudes, turned out to be a girl.
Yeah.
Just kept shaving and there's nothing. The deeper we went, there's still nothing. So yes, this is episode 201. Hope you guys enjoyed the community podcast last week.
Yes. Yep.
We have no intro this week because we're busy with PAX, but we have a list of most anticipated games for the rest of the year.
Yeah, so we did the first half of the year back in January, and now we're into the gaming season. So Madden's out by this point, and we did miss a couple of games that came out late August, but that's all right because September, October, and November. Tons of games.
Yes, so we have we had to cull it down to like 10 games per month, something like that. So we do have a good rest of the year coming.
Yes, and if you guys notice a game in here that isn't on your list, then it's probably either wasn't announced, like actual date, or we're not that anticipating it actually.
It's always possible one way or another. But we always do have comments from people like, "What about Portal 2?" We're like, "Not this year." What about BioShock Infinite? What about Brink?
Not next year.
Not this year, not next year. These are games that are absolutely confirmed to be planned for this year. Like, I'm not saying that these won't slip.
Dude, there's a couple of games on this list where I'm like, I don't know. Who knows?
Yeah, especially like when you get to the November timeline, you're like,
we'll see. We'll see. But I know one game that's not going to be on this list.
What's that?
Diablo 3.
No.
That's not going to be.
That's my most anticipated game of 2015.
Yes. And another game?
Fucking wait. What's that?
Episode 3.
God damn it!
I'm just saying. There's a lot of games.
3. Notice how they, like, in press conferences, they won't even mention Episode 3. It's not even like
Why would they?
They're not like, oh yeah, we're working on it. No, they're like, fuck you. Go play some more Left 4 Dead, bitch.
Go play Portal. Portal's coming out.
That's right.
Someday. Okay.
So cheers.
Cheers. So we got a new wine today.
One of our fans, Hannibal.
Hannibal.
I guess he said his name was Hannibal. He sent this in. It is a Chianti.
Yes,
Classico.
I do feel like I could use some fava beans.
Yes,
that would be nice. It's pretty good though. I actually thought it would be more of like a dessert wine. But it's
delicious.
Yeah,
it goes well with human body parts.
Slices of brains, slightly sautéed.
Yes. If you haven't watched those movies, by the way, go see the fucking Hannibal Lecter's movie. I love that man. Love him.
Do you remember that one fucking thing? It's just the 5-second film clip of the guy running across.
What?
Do you remember?
No.
Just like, because basically the guy, right? He's in a shower.
Yeah.
And he's reaching for his towel, and he can find. He's like, "Fuck!" And basically, it's just a real shot of him going across with his nuts tucked in. He's like, "Would you fuck me?" That's it. The guy's like, "Fuck!"
That was awesome.
It's awesome. Awesome shot. Go to 5-second films.
5secondfilms.com is fucking sweet. But
it's really classic stuff.
Would you fuck me? I'd fuck me. All right, we need to talk about video games.
So,
we're off topic. So
PSP game.
Kingdom Hearts Birth by Sleep.
So we saw this in Tokyo, actually. So we did Tokyo Game Show last year. We played a little bit of it.
Right.
I liked it. The combat system was really good.
I actually really liked it. It was they're kind of going back towards the living in a real world full of Disney characters as opposed to the bullshit
emo,
empty worlds.
Kind of random.
Yeah, the last I have not been as impressed with Kingdom Hearts lately as I was back in the day.
Did you like Kingdom Hearts 2?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So basically anything between those two.
Exactly. Okay. I loved Kingdom Hearts 1 and 2. Everything. I mean, like I didn't like the battle one.
Yeah.
I didn't like the
DS one was terrible. It was like 3.5, 20,000 years.
Right.
Divided by 5.
724. No. But this actually looks really cool.
Yeah, and it feels to me like a little bit more combat oriented than most of the ones. Yeah. Like almost like Kingdom Hearts of War.
Right.
A little bit, but I didn't see a lot of the different worlds when we were playing in the demo.
Yeah, they didn't let us see much.
Hope.
I mean, like they were showing us like the Queen of Diamonds or whatever, the Queen of Hearts from like you get to see some of the different worlds, and it honestly to me just what I got to play felt like Kingdom Hearts 2, which is fine by me. I mean, it looks like they're kind of just going back to the old formula. There's going to be it's going to be pretty cool.
So isn't there? Wait, so there's also going to be a PS3 one at some point, right?
Yeah, that's why I heard that rumor.
That's what I hear. I hear they're working on one.
They won't admit that. I mean, people have been hoping for a Kingdom Hearts 3 on PS3 forever.
Wait, there's one more left, though. I thought there was the DS one, the PSP one. Remember we saw that video in the Square Enix store? And they showed like 8 Kingdom Hearts games?
Yeah, that's true.
And,
I don't even know
one
if
was
they
a battle one.
Yeah.
Because remember there was that teaser where like had Mickey with the key sword and also, remember, they're on top of a hill?
The Square Enix likes to fuck with people, right? Remember, like Final Fantasy 13 was supposed to have like Agita something, Nikto...
I think that's still coming out.
Like, yeah, but they won't talk about it. That's the thing. Is like
true,
Square Enix, they'll show you these movies. They're like, yeah, we're working on this, and then you ask them about it later. They're like, I don't know.
Like,
but we saw a movie. Like, nah, you saw nothing.
So I was just thinking, I'm confused. Like, I'm wondering if that one teaser one was of the Birth by Sleep, or was there still yet another Kingdom Hearts games that we don't know about? Because I know there isn't a PS3 one that they've announced, as far as I know.
Yeah, I don't know.
So it can't be a PS2 one.
No. They seem to be really reluctant to work on PS3 games. I don't understand. Like, Square Enix, all they're doing now is mobile shit. Just fucking mobile.
Actually, that's a good point.
And I mean, the last one they did was Final Fantasy 13, which they did on all the major next-gen consoles. But it's just like...
And they're releasing all the Final Fantasies on iPhone.
Yeah.
And they've been like... I don't get it. I don't know what the deal is.
It seems like they're kind of scared of doing these. I mean, you know what it is? I think that they know that they're perfectionists. Mm-hmm. So like, well, we could do another game on there, but it's going to be 7 years of development and 50,000 people.
Actually, that makes sense because like I bet you like Final Fantasy 13 must have cost, I don't even know, right? Like probably like 60, 80 million. And when you're on a next-gen console, you got to spend a lot of money to make a good one. And maybe they're just not willing to do
they
it.
couldn't even afford level designers.
What are you talking about? Point A to point B is a level. That is
right.
A design.
They hired this fucking retarded guy, right? And they're like, do some level design for Final Fantasy. He's like, hold on. Okay, they're like, fuck it. Ship it.
It works.
Hold on, do another one.
But dude, you don't understand. If you play 30 hours of the game, it opens up.
Yeah, it opens into a Y. Like you can go down this tunnel and then come back and then do this tunnel.
Well, they got slightly less retarded people to do those levels. So, I mean, you got to get... That's terrible. So Square Enix, thank you for getting, at least, it looks like it's going to be a good PSP one. I'm excited to finally use PSP. I actually got to give you back your PSP
Yeah, fucking, you're like, let me just borrow this for one game, and it's like 2 months have gone by.
Dude, I've been playing, what did I do to deserve this a lot?
Are you actually playing? Okay, all right. If you're playing
good.
That's fine.
Yeah, like, I mean, like you're going to play it. Like,
well, no, I had Metal Gear Solid. I really wanted to play. No, but I do want to try that someday. I bought it, and it's like been sitting in my room. Yeah, just whatever.
Yeah, we'll get to it eventually. I need to pick one up too. So, so Kingdom Birth by Sleep. Next one, you're really excited about this one, right?
I feel bad putting Halo games on our list now because then all the Halo fans are like, you don't understand the story. They could like recite this like 8-paragraph story, and there's these fucking commercials on TV with people like weeping gently and moms holding babies, and they're like, what were you doing when Halo Reach happened? And we're like, playing a good game.
So I think I understand your feeling about Halo.
People just close the window. They're just like, fuck these guys.
You just got us like 20 dislikes right there.
Yeah.
Yeah, thanks a lot.
So what do you think about Halo Reach?
So Halo Reach, okay, like you got to go back, right? Halo Odyssey did not like. The single player was not fun to me at all. I played the multiplayer and like, I've never been that big a fan.
Yeah.
What really was big for me was like when we played Halo 3 with 4-player co-op, that was fun as hell.
That was pretty cool.
We did, together just the firefight mode, but it wasn't that much fun. Right?
Yeah.
So I'm hoping, because they actually did, the full campaign of this is 4-player co-op all the way through.
Yeah.
It looks pretty interesting. Kind of like how Halo 3's was really interesting,
right?
So even for that, I mean, even like getting a bunch of people together, just doing some random
there's
stuff.
so many. Halo feels old to me now. Like I play Halo and it looks kind of old and it plays kind of old. Like they're going for all these people that are our age that fell in love with Halo in college and they played nothing but Halo 24/7
and
they're giving them what they want.
Yeah.
But it's like these guys aren't going out and they're not playing. They're not learning how to play the other new first-person shooters.
Yeah, no, that's true.
They're not interested in Call of Duty. They're not interested in these other things. It's like
I mean, the thing is like they've revolutionized FPSs on the console. Like they were the ones who pretty much set this like no health packs and all this other stuff.
Yeah.
But it's really weird. They stuck with it.
Yeah.
They're like, no, we're not going to do cover. Right?
Yeah.
Like, fuck it. Like, we're not going to do all of these other advances. It feels like they're stuck.
It feels
old. I agree with you there, but I think just like the sheer polish, sheer game design.
Yeah.
I think if I get this, which I'm still not absolutely certain I will, I think it'll be fun with 4-player. They added firefight.
Yeah.
The firefight mode. So
and there's a quest mode. There's a campaign.
Yeah, a campaign mode, and but I've been playing the multiplayer, a little bit of the beta, and I got to say I hate it.
Yeah. No,
It's like Just like all the other ones, they added like jetpacks and other random shit that I don't care about.
Right.
I still shoot people, it takes forever, and then their shield goes down, and then I gotta shoot them some more.
Yeah.
So, fuck multi-Halo multiplayer. It's just not. No, it's not my style
We'll try
of game
the
at all.
campaign co-op stuff. But
yeah,
I mean,
so we'll give that
if you're a really big Halo fanboy, you already know that you like Halo, and you don't need us to tell you that we're not that enthused about it.
Yeah. But I'm curious. Like, this is Bungie's last Halo game.
Yeah.
So they're gonna they've made a lot of good games in the history,
that's
right?
true.
So now that they're not freaking attached at the hip to Halo, maybe they'll come out with something different.
Maybe Master Chief will be a girl in a bikini. Master Samus.
I can see that. I can see Halo or Alive, Beach Paradise, kind of like
Halo or Alive.
that'd be pretty good.
Yeah.
But yeah, so we'll see what happens.
Yes.
Next
next
one-
up, Professor Layton and the Unwound Future.
Yeah. So
Layton!
we're very excited about it. I actually did not play the second one as much as I played the first one. For some
Really?
odd reason. I didn't finish the first one either, but I played for 8 to 10 hours of the first one, and this one I played 4 to 6.
Would you say that it was a fault of the game, or you just kind of not a
No, I mean, it wasn't
puzzle?
traveling or anything
Yeah. like
like that. So it's just it's one of those things where it's just I do not want to. I just don't want to sit down on my couch and play it anymore. You know what I mean?
I don't feel that way. I mean, whenever the first and second Layton, I actually would turn off my consoles, turn off my computer,
Really?
sit
Yeah.
on my couch.
And you didn't feel
play.
any different at all with the second one. It was just all the way.
I loved him. I loved him.
Okay.
But I mean, I've always been. I'm the kind of guy where it's I go in the bathroom and there's one of those Mensa books, and you're just your friends knocking you've been in there 30 minutes. Oh, was I on the shitter? I totally forgot.
You just got this red ring around your ass, right?
You stand up and
You know what I'm talking about too, right? You're
oh,
you're like, fuck. Because when I was playing, on the GBA, I was playing fucking Yoshi's Adventure. Yeah. I finished it on the can in 2 weeks. I'm serious. I sat there for a fucking hour playing this game.
Yeah.
It's just what are you going to do?
Yeah. Pull your pants up and just sit on the couch.
No, it just doesn't work like that.
It's not the same for you. You need to be
same.
locked in a shitter.
That's
your
right.
pants down.
That's right.
So the Professor Layton model is still we'll see if this third one hooks me as much as the other ones, but. They've got a good model. It's I enjoy the voice acting, I enjoy the worlds, I don't so much enjoy tapping every square inch of the screen for coins, but it's fast.
Yeah,
it's
they don't.
Whatever.
You have more coins than you know what to do with for the most part, generally. So about this game, apparently now it's dealing with time. So somehow you get something where you can time travel, and apparently you get to meet Future Luke.
Future Luke.
Future Luke. Yeah, I'm kind of curious if Luke turns out gay. I'm just saying.
Being that this is a family game by Nintendo, let me go out on a limb.
Probably not.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, probably not a gay Luke.
But yeah, so that's interesting. They added a bunch. I think they're going to add probably a little bit more of the minigame stuff, like they did with the making the tea, putting the thing together.
Oh,
the mouse
goddamn camera.
I'm sure they're going to add a bunch of that.
So this is actually the things I don't do. So
really?
Because I'll go and I'll
Gives you
solve.
benefits,
I like the riddles, but I don't like the here's 70 parts of a camera in a box and just put them in until they fit. I'm like, fuck you.
Okay,
that's not my thing. But
that makes sense.
But the tea was interesting. Mm-hmm. They had some. I thought they had some where you actually changed the state. Oh, actually, the world was just more interactive this time. Because you'd go and solve a puzzle, doors would unlock, you'd go back and search rooms, whatever.
So hopefully they added a few more elements. They're probably not going to change it too much.
I just want to say that they said every 6 months, and they fucking lied. This has been once a year, if that.
I think this last one was 9 months.
Was it really?
Well, did it come out December-ish last year?
Okay, maybe.
Maybe.
So 9 months. It's only a 50% lie. I'll let you off. I mean, considering the fact that most games are 4-year cycle, I guess I'll let you off.
Yeah, 3 months here or there.
Yeah.
You got other games to play. I think it's okay.
Did
you watch the movie?
No, I did not.
I grabbed it.
Yeah?
I have yet to watch it.
You went to a theater in your office on the internet?
A theater, yes.
Yeah.
The torrent cinemas. And, yeah.
Let me know how that is, because I don't care.
Really?
Yeah, I mean,
But if they have puzzles in it and stuff, I mean...
How would that even work? They're I mean, would they just ask you to play through it?
Well, did you ever watch those old TV shows with, the Bloodhound Gang and, stuff where, they'd be like, boo, 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 they freeze the frame. It's just what did John Ish do? Blah, blah, blah. And, all, you and your brother would be like, boo, blah, right?
They went behind the red curtain!
Yeah, so, maybe.
Maybe we'll see. We'll see. I mean, it can't be as interactive as Clue, the movie, which was awesome, where they'll skip to chapter 8 if you think that Colonel Mustard.
Yeah, that's true.
That'd be kind of cool.
But this one probably not.
No, probably not, because it's going to be linear.
So I will check it out. It hasn't come out on DVD in the States yet. It's actually a fan sub.
Yeah. If any of you guys have watched the Professor Layton movie and you liked it, send us a voicemail and let us know.
Oh,
Next up is Sid Meier's Civilization 5.
I've already pre-ordered this bitch.
Nice.
So, because the thing is, like, you pre-order, you can preload it 3 days, 4 days before, and midnight activate.
Is it Steam?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, it's everywhere, but Steam is there. I am so excited about this. I can't even begin. It's been like 4 years, 5 years at least for the last one.
So what I've seen people saying about it is that they stayed really true. They didn't dick with the formula at all. Like, it's just like a normal Civ, except it looks prettier.
Oh, no, they dicked with a couple of things that are...
Oh, yeah.
Of course, when I tell you about it, you're going to be like, what's the difference?
You're like, they multiplied the horse speed by 1.4.
Well, that's a big one.
Well,
but
clearly,
I'm just saying, like...
It rebalanced the game.
But no, now instead of squares, it's hexes. Huge.
Yeah?
See what I mean? The cardinal directions, it's less directions. The other big, huge one, instead of... basically, look, what you could do is you could stack all of your tiles. So if you have a bunch of different warriors and tanks and all that stuff, you have basically what people would call Stack of Doom. So I'd be like
when people used to play Risk back in the day, and you always get that one asshole friend to put all their armies in a big fucking
boom, boom,
blob,
boom, boom.
like Sally Struthers, just stomping all over the map, eating everything.
And massacre. And that's kind of how it was, where you'd have these huge stacks of Doom, and you basically have the stacks of Doom fighting each other, and you'd be like waiting. You're like, so it's like that was kind of annoying.
They killed the stacks.
It's now 1 unit per stack. Sorry, 1 unit per tile.
Okay.
So now it's more like
you'd have to arrange them like a real army.
Exactly. It's actually really important. You want your ranged units behind your other units, so that's huge.
No, that actually sounds cool. I don't give a shit about hexes, but but that sounds very cool because it's like much more realistic. Like,
absolutely.
As a general, you know, you can't put 50 horses on top of each other
typically
and have them run at the enemy, right?
Yeah. And they also made a couple of changes to, like, before, like, there'd be off chances where you would have a catapult and an Abrams tank. And occasionally, by some random thing, the catapult would win, and it would piss you off to no end.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's just random numbers, right? Because it's just attack 1 versus attack 5.
Right.
So
so the fucking catapult rolled d20.
Yeah, it hit the stone hit the tread where the gat tank was, and magically hit a spark.
Yeah, that's,
right.
Rock big enough can take out any tank.
That's true.
Yeah.
But so they fixed that where now it's even more where if you're in another era, then you actually have a much bigger advantage, and it's all that. You don't have the fucking spearmen hitting the artillery guys.
Yeah,
and
the tank
like
shoot smallpox. Game's over.
Yeah, exactly.
Have this blanket.
That's actually, I think, a wonder.
Oh, really? Smallpox blanket. Thanks.
All the natives all of a sudden just like go away.
Just gone. That's it.
Another thing too. Yeah,
and the casino comes up. Why did you say
I don't know, but so that's exactly how Civilization would be awesome. So I'm really excited about it. It's still one of your things where it's just like every turn you want to do one more turn. Yeah. If you're me, not if you're you.
Cool.
So excited. In a few more weeks.
I look forward to pretending to be interested when you review it.
You should just like basically go read some email or something while I talk about how awesome it is.
I'm going to put an Angelina Jolie mask on you, and you can talk about the game, and I'll just sit here and touch myself.
That works.
So, Dead Rising 2.
Yeah! So, Dead Rising 2, you are not that excited about this because you didn't like the first one so much.
I didn't like the first one that much, but it was interesting. Like, it was clever, and I didn't enjoy the gameplay as much, but in the beginning, I did enjoy the kind of, like, getting go around in a golf cart and kill dudes with swords. And,
kind of like the combat elements.
Yeah, just dicking around with the zombies.
So, this time around, you're now in a place that looks kind of like Las Vegas.
Okay.
So, a bunch of casinos and all that, but it's all pretty much, my understanding is pretty much the same.
Yeah.
You fight a bunch of zombies, you rescue people, you have crazy humans as the bosses, right? Because it's never a zombie, it's always a crazy human. Except now you can basically make anything, is my understanding. You can mix and match all this stuff.
The whole chainsaw on a stick thing.
I saw like one where you got boxing gloves on fire. I haven't figured out how, but basically it's like
cool.
wham, 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 wham. So there's a lot of cool stuff there.
I wonder if they have a walkie-talkie with a fucking power switch. I wonder if that is one of the features.
Maybe with voicemail, that would be.
That's right. You missed 17 calls from shitbag.
From Otis.
Yeah, Otis the shitbag.
Let's hope so. Like some of the complaints that I think like you're right in saying is like the number of saves was really painful. You only had one save, and you had to always go to a bathroom.
Yes.
Pain in the ass.
Pain in the ass.
And the way that they designed the game such that you actually had to go through it multiple times to save everybody.
Right.
Kind of annoying.
Right.
But I think they fixed some of those. I don't know which ones exactly they fixed, but they said they fixed a couple of things that a lot of people complained about, so I think you might want to give it a try.
I definitely will. I mean, the funny thing is I think that culturally we're getting over zombies, and it's one of those things where back in the day you would tell me a game, you're like, there's a shopping mall, right, with zombies. I'm like, fuck yeah, zombies, I don't care.
Now it's like Nazis.
Yeah, it is. I mean, it is like the World War II shooter game of games now, where it's just like I get it, zombies, right?
Yeah.
And I don't know what the next big thing is going to be. Like, I haven't seen a trend yet. I guess they're still trying to work on it. Like, I mean, there's kind of like cutesy cel-shaded shit.
I think cartoony stuff.
Right,
I think cartoony stuff. Actually, even that is just art. But I don't even know arty stuff.
Yeah,
whether they spend so much time.
Vague.
It is. It's not like zombies, Nazis, zombie Nazis.
Yeah.
That's not.
I mean, it's just like, everything's better with bacon, which is true. Everything's better with zombies. You get a little tired of zombies.
Actually, I know what it is. I think it's gonna be co-op.
Really?
Because like I'm looking at all the games that are coming out, especially the ones we're talking about. It's you and somebody else.
Oh.
Lara Croft is like that. The Enslaved games we're going to talk about is
you're
like
right.
that.
You're right.
There's a lot of games
right.
where
That's
now you have a helper
Yep.
where somebody may or may not be able to drop in and take control of that.
Yeah, that's true.
Not that it's a bad thing, but that's
I think
one trend
right.
I'm seeing.
I think you're right. I mean, like if you looked at what I really liked about like Kane Lynch 2, for example, was the feeling of back and forth where they really put you in there with either a person or a smart AI. Where you're right. I think that. Fuck. I'm not going to be able to remember what it was, but I was reading a Joystick, one of these things about one of these games that I feel like you and I liked, and they're having a DLC pack that adds zombies, and it was some game that I thought it was totally inappropriate. It was like a Grand Theft Auto or something. It was like one of these games where
I think
it's
it's
like
Red Dead Revolver.
Yes!
I think it was.
It was! Fucking Red Dead Revolver, they're doing a DLC
Western
with zombies.
Yeah, why not?
You know why not? Because that's fucking stupid. That's why not.
The thing is, you got to think about it. Like we're kind of like ahead of the curve in terms of the numbers, the sheer numbers of games we play. I bet you there's a significant portion of population out there that still think zombies are like, fuck yeah, zombies.
I think you're right. Let us know if you're tired of zombies. I'd be curious to hear like what maybe you guys are like, zombies are the shit. I can't get enough of them. Whatever. And since, like you said, since you and I have played every fucking game under the sun, we're like, enough with the zombies.
I can probably call at least 25 zombie games I played in the last year.
Yeah.
At least.
I mean, they added them to everything, right? Yeah. I mean, like they added them to Borderlands.
Did they?
Yes, there was a zombie, the Island of Dr. Somebody.
Oh shit, you're right.
I mean, seriously, they will fucking throw zombies. Like
Call of Duty
Cookie Mama has a zombies level. I don't know if you know this.
Well, Call of Duty World at War had a zombie Nazi level, which is like combining the two things entirely.
That's right.
It's just like
that's right. So it's
enough.
I'm whatever. I mean, like if you do it well, we'll still play it. But I'm just kind of tired of zombies. All I'm saying.
Yeah. So that's September.
That's September.
I mean, the big one for me, Civilization 5.
Yeah.
For you, probably just Kingdom Hearts.
Layton.
Professor Layton.
Yeah. And Kingdom Hearts, if it's as good as I hope it's going to be, then I'll be super jazzed for Kingdom Hearts. Okay. So we'll see. So next up, October.
Got a bunch
of games. October is a big one. Actually, October and November are both really big. Yeah. And then December's empty.
Well, there's a good reason for that.
Empty. Castlevania Lord of Shadow.
Yeah, so this is the one that Kojima Productions is helping out on.
Yeah.
So they were at Konami saying, okay, we're going to give you guys this, like, add a bunch of cutscenes, half an hour long.
Yeah.
But we really, really want you to copy God of War.
Yeah, exactly. We're not going to say how to make your game, but if it looked exactly like God of War, there's a bonus.
Yeah, so it's like, you have a whip, which is a very Castlevania thing.
Yeah.
But you got a sword at the end of it. You know?
So we watched some trailer videos for this, and like the only thing I could say when I was watching this, I'm like, wow, it's Dante Vania of War ciders. Like, seriously, come on. I mean, you look at it, like, not only does his chain whip look exactly like the God of War chains, it has the same sound.
It has the same moves.
It has the same moves.
Well, it's the one where, when you have the Kratos where you do the thing where you're spinning it around. It's the exact same fucking move.
It does it with the same timing, it does the same noise, does the same blur, whatever, and it's like, we're looking at it, whatever, it looks kind of cool.
It actually looks really good.
Yeah,
I mean, they spent a lot of money on
this. There's boars on either side of you, whipping
there's
around.
There's QuickTime events.
Yeah.
Instead of a big flashing button, now they flash white.
Yeah.
And you have to hit something. They change it around.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm still gonna play it.
Yeah.
But it's just like I'm not gonna get all excited.
I do. I really do. I hope it's good. I mean, it looks. So here's the thing: is we shat all over Darksiders because we're like, God of War ripoff, blah, 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 and then we played it. It's fucking awesome.
Well, we played the first hour, and then we shat all over it again.
Right.
And then we played more.
We played more, and it was awesome.
Yeah,
like,
it's really good.
It was a God of War Metroid clone, basically, which made it awesome. I mean, really, genuinely, I love this game. Like, in retrospect, if you look at how much I played of each one, I played more of Darksiders than I played of God of War 3.
You kidding me?
No,
really?
I seriously did because because God of War 3, I'm like, oh, this is cool, this is cool.
about like
it's
6
my
hours in,
level
you're
was
like,
I was like, this is cool, and it never like got its hooks into me. I was like, this is a very well done game.
Yeah.
But Darksiders, it had enough of that exploration and that collection, unlockables.
So all you're saying, if you had God of War and you had an area you couldn't get to, you would have played more of it, probably.
Maybe so.
I can give you that. Actually, wait, didn't they have some?
I don't remember.
They had things where like you could carry his face around and like
but it was still like a tunnel with one end. It was like, wow,
that's true.
I can't go anywhere else. I wonder if I need to pull this thing out and explore the one fucking wall that looks blank.
There's a little crack on it too,
exactly.
something like that. Yeah, okay.
So but how much did you play God of War 3?
I played a lot. I did not finish it.
No.
I played probably 10 hours. Maybe?
Okay, so you play a lot.
I got really close to the end. Yeah,
I played about 6 hours. So when we're talking about Castlevania,
so we'll see.
I'll try it.
I'm kind of worried that there's going to be a lot of cutscenes, given it is Kojima.
Yeah.
Hopefully they'll be skippable. We'll see.
Like, we have you surrounded, Simon.
Actually, it'd be like sharpening stakes. I don't even know what you do. Like.
So next up, Enslaved Odyssey to the West.
Yeah, so this
I
one...
hadn't heard of this before you put it on the list.
Well, I've been telling you about it, right? I was just like, okay, this is a slave game, right? It's just like, who makes it? I'm like, Ninja Theory. Like, what'd they make? Heavenly Sword.
Yeah,
and you're like,
I forget it. And then it's like my brain literally shits it out the back of my head. And the next time you're like, hey, Enslaved, I'm like, what's that? You're like, no, it's by the guys who made Heavenly Sword. I'm
like, whatever.
It's like, ooh, Enslaved, what's that?
It's amazing what it does to your memory.
But you made me watch some videos for it.
It looks good.
It looks fantastic.
Yeah. So this is one of those games where it's like one of the things where you have. So my understanding is it's based off some old Chinese fable.
Okay.
Which is very common, a very famous fable. Like it's probably Dragon Ball.
Okay.
Z's based off of it. It's like a very common story. They took it, put it in the future.
Yeah.
And now you're some guy, Monkey and Trip, I think, where she's trying to control the guy. Or like has something around his neck or something like that, so he's like forcing him to do stuff. Oh. So it's this weird thing where then they're going off on a journey.
So you're enslaved and she's kind of telling you what to do.
There's something like that. Again, I'm really fuzzy on the story, but
the shit we were watching was like there was this thing where it's like the girl grabs a dragonfly with camera eyes and it's going around and investigating the level and you're finding the weaknesses and then you're going off and you're like you can do these things where it's kind of like Metroid-y where you set off a timed bomb and these guys are attacking you can blow it up behind them and the combat looks really good.
Yeah.
And then there's like really fast running with platforming. Like it looks very varied.
Kind of like a ratchety sort of experience.
It does.
Doesn't it? A little bit.
Yes, it does.
But even more high, like more realistic, even more oomph. Right? I mean, like they almost spent like more money than Insomniac typically spends on this sort of thing because
it's not cartoony as much. It's kind of gritty.
Oh, they have I think I heard Patrick Stewart somewhere.
I did hear Patrick Stewart's voice.
Yeah,
I rember getting a little happy.
Yeah, I noticed you
I'll
shifted
do whatever
your seat.
you say, oh Captain, my Captain.
They also got Andy Serkis to do all the motion capture and some of the voice acting.
Nice.
He's the guy that did Gollum.
And something else. There's some
bunch of stuff. Yeah. So, so it's like they spent a lot of money on this game.
Yes.
So I'm hoping it's good, and I really hope they fix the loading issues.
Yeah.
Heavenly Sword had some shitty loading issues.
Also, shitty gameplay. So
yeah,
I will say that's my only reservation about something like we watched these trailers. It looks really awesome. Heavenly Sword looked awesome.
It did look really good.
It was not good.
Yeah.
But I'm actually, from what I've seen, I'm fucking amped for Enslaved. It looks really cool.
Hopefully they'll have a demo, but as it stands right now, just on the videos alone, I'll probably buy it.
Yeah, me too.
At launch, so
next up is Rock of the Dead.
I'm so excited about this
game. It's like Typing of the Dead plus Rock Band.
Yeah, so you can get a Rock Band, a guitar controller, and you basically, anytime you see a zombie, you're like, boom, 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 boom. I really, really hope they have like a guitar lick every time you kill somebody. They have to. Yeah.
So I mean, it is like a typing tutor, right? Like you're just basically trying to do the combos. Like it's
exactly.
Okay.
Yeah. So you're doing the notes, but you have to do it really fast because then if they get close enough, they attack you, lose health, and you die. A couple of interesting things about this: the casting is fantastic.
Casting?
Well, the voice acting.
Who's in it?
Neil Patrick Harris. And Felicia
I'm
Day.
sorry.
Yeah, what?
Buy at launch. Neil Patrick Harris is the shit.
He's really good.
I don't know if you guys don't watch How I Met Your Mother, he's really, really good on that. As a straight man. Which is hilarious.
What?
Hilarious.
I don't believe it. But also Felicia Day. So as a love interest, which is pretty awesome. So I'm down with this at this point. You say those two names, Typing of the Dead clone.
Everything about that is all good. But did I tell you that when I was in Japan last time, I found Typing of the Dead?
Yeah.
Okay.
I thought we played it.
I don't think we played it together.
Well, yeah, not together, probably.
But because you'd always told me about it, and I was walking through an arcade and I saw it. I was like, ah! I put like 1,000 yen in the change machine. I was like, here's where I'm camping.
Yep.
And it was fun. It was actually phenomenal.
It's
it was
a really good
good, and it was English keyboard.
Yeah, did they use English words though? Because I've seen some. There was not typing of the day, but it was Gogol 13 or something like that.
Yeah.
We saw that at Shibuya Kaikan,
Yeah.
the 50/50 yen place.
And it
Except
was
it was all
doing, like,
Japanese
Romanji.
characters. No, it was like Japanese characters, and I was just like, I was like, fuck this game.
Fail.
I'm done.
Yeah. But it was cool typing the dead, and this will actually be made for Western audiences. So
Yes.
I'm super.
I kind of hope it's not a $60 game though. I mean, really, it better be really freaking good.
That does seem a little extreme.
It screams downloadable
Wait, is this
budget
seriously
title.
PS3 only?
That's all I saw on the list that we saw, but it might actually be both. Who knows?
Okay, because my guitar is my Rock Band guitar is for Xbox.
Wait, isn't it USB?
Maybe it works on both. I hope it works on both.
Actually, no, because it actually has an Xbox controller on it.
Oh my god, I'm gonna have to go buy a fucking PlayStation.
It better
guitar.
not be what am I? Oh, they also I read they added drum functionality too, so you can play drumming of the
If
dead.
you go buy another drum.
Yeah.
Okay,
excited.
cool. So next up, Medal of Honor.
Yeah, so I'm kind of excited about this. I did not get a chance to play the beta. A bunch of people actually had codes, and I was using them, and I was doing it, and it makes you go through a website to get a code, which then you have to plug into your PS3, and then I downloaded it, and it took forever, and I was about to install it, and I'm like, fuck this, right? It was like 8 steps later, and 1 day left in the beta, I'm like, it's not worth it.
I don't understand why they make that shit so hard. They love to put those
know.
hurdles up. They're like, copy this 17-digit alphanumeric case-sensitive key from this screen into your browser. You're like, H.
Yep.
Is that an I or a 1? It's like, shit.
And then you get a different code to then plug in using
Back.
the PS3 controller.
Yes.
So I don't know.
So Medal
this,
of Honor,
it's a reboot of the series. So the Medal of Honor has pretty much always, from my memory, been really shitty versions of Call of Duty.
Right.
They've been trying really hard. It just wasn't very much fun, right?
Yeah.
For the most part, they're totally rebooting. It's pretty much a copy of Modern Warfare, from what I can tell.
Okay.
So we'll see. I mean, I like Modern Warfare, so maybe I'll like this. Who knows?
Maybe so.
We'll see.
So next up is Comic Jumper: The Adventures of Captain Smiley.
What's this game about?
All I know is that it is made by the guys that did Explosion Man.
Yes.
Or as when you and I were talking before the show, I kept calling Demolition Man.
I know. I'm just like, I don't recall Wesley Snipes and was it?
Come
Wesley
on,
Snipes?
wait, Demolition Man was
Was it Wesley Snipes and or am I thinking of something else? Because when they go to Taco Bell, right?
Yes,
With
with
Sylvester Stallone, Wesley Snipes.
Dennis Leary's in it.
Yeah.
He's like the head of the underground.
Yeah.
The girl
It was
that
a good movie,
really popular
when I
in the
watched
net
it,
and
yeah.
then disappeared. Sandra Bullock.
She's
back. She's back. She's doing romantic comedies.
in The Blind Side. Anyhow,
Piss
whatever.
shit or whatever that new thing is.
Oh yeah, you're right. But yeah, what were we saying?
I don't. What are we talking about?
Yes, you're calling it Demolition Man, but it was Explosion Man.
Yes. So these guys did Explosion Man. They're doing a new game called Comic Jumper.
It looks good.
Yes.
Like it's a side scroller, top down scroller, not top down, like different type of scroller brawler. But it looks like there's some puzzly elements.
It looks good-ish.
Good-ish,
I give them the benefit of the doubt because Explosion Man was phenomenal. It was
really
so good. So this looks to me like really funny dialogue in what may be kind of meh gameplay. Like you're just kind of running, punch, run, punch, shoot, punch.
The way I see it is just like I think they will probably spruce up the gameplay somehow.
I trust them because I mean I'd never ever played a game like Explosion Man.
No, it was awesome.
So you can't go from super innovative to like fucking like Scott Pilgrim bullshit. Fuck that game.
A lot of people like that game.
I know, and
I don't
wrong.
understand.
I don't care.
But like this game,
I think it was good for co-op. I think people had a good
that's
time like
exactly
4
it.
people playing together.
Yeah.
4 people being wrong at the same time.
Wrong together makes it fun.
It is.
4 wrongs make a right.
Co-op wrongness.
Exactly.
4 wrongs make a right.
In this case.
I think it does.
But yeah, so the Comic Jumper, I guess they're doing it like you're jumping from comic to comic.
Yes.
You're doing lots of different things. I'm really excited about it. Going to be hopefully an awesome game.
Hopefully good. And the next up is Fallout New Vegas.
Yes. I think this is probably the one game, was it last year, that I put the most hours in.
Yeah, you played the shit out of Fallout.
Yeah, dude.
Like, you could not stop.
I did like almost every mission, every quest, like everything, and I finished it like went crazy, nuts. I am excited about this game. Like the world that Bethesda built is phenomenal. Like absolutely phenomenal. And the questing. One thing that I was complaining about it was too hard in the beginning and too easy at the end. I hope they fix that.
Yeah. So is it basically an entirely new game instead of DC? It's in Vegas. I mean, it's just straight up
brand new game.
But all the mechanics are supposed to be the same. I mean, is it just an expansion?
It's kind of an expansion, new things, new weapons, obviously, probably new quests, new dialogue options. But it's pretty much the same sort of thing. I don't think they changed much about it. I don't think they changed the combat that much.
Right.
I think there's still VATs.
People really like the combat.
I liked it a lot, yeah. Although what I ended up doing was always using VATs at a certain point.
Yeah.
Because, like, otherwise I always lose all my bullets.
Yeah, yeah.
Which
you
is really
go
a pain in
for,
the
like,
ass.
the slow-mo.
Exactly. Yeah, and it looks great, but, after a while. But, yeah, no, I'm really excited about this game. It's New Vegas. I'm actually kind of excited because I'm really hoping they put, like, more Wasteland references into it. Because, the original Wasteland was set in that. And I think they have actually, like, one of the groups you can side with is the new Rangers, or the new California Rangers, something else like that. So these have some...
That'd be cool. I mean, like they're good about making smart games. They might have like Escape from not LA, but they might have just kind of like good movie references with Vegas stuff in it.
So let's hope.
Yes.
So yeah, very excited about that game.
So next up is Vanquish.
Yeah.
Vanquish looks very Japanese.
What makes you say that?
Because it's fucking robot sliding.
Yeah.
Like, imagine every anime ever made. It's like robot sliding. Like.
Yep. And when they shoot missiles, like back in the old Robotech days, it's always like 50 little lines flying all over the place.
Clouds.
And coming at you.
It's always got to be that.
Yeah, and it looks fantastic.
It looks beautiful.
So I think it's the same guys that did Bayonetta.
Yeah.
So given that, right, like it's going to look awesome, and I bet you the fighting system is going to be good.
Right. Most of the fights that they've been publishing so far are kind of boss battles. Like they'll just show you versus. So it looks very much like a Lost Planet battle where there's a big dude and they'll have like flashing orange spots on his body, and you and all your buddies are concentrating fire on the orange spots. But then you're in a mech, like sliding around, jumping.
A bunch of other people are coming around the side.
Yeah. And there's like all the swarmy missile attacks, and it looks nicer than in Lost Planet.
Hopefully it'll be more fun than Lost Planet. I'm a little worried because it's different companies, Sega doing this one, so we're actually going to get hopefully our hands on it at PAX.
We're hoping. So I mean, this is we're talking like 3 days.
So we've actually already played it.
We may have already played Vanquish.
We'll
see, because they are bringing it to PAX. We'll see if we can like fucking punch down all the nerds on the floor and get up there. Because sometimes the games that are super popular are tough to get your hands on.
Yes.
But I'm super excited for Vanquish. I hope it's as good as it looks like it is.
Yes.
So next up is.
What's this? Yeah, they're not that excited about this game.
Time Crisis Razing Storm! I love Time Crisis games with a passion that is almost obscene.
I don't understand. I mean, like, they're not that much different than the other gun games, but you don't like those as much.
There aren't
like
that many
LA Guns and Ghost Warrior. Well, not Ghost Warrior, Ghost.
I mean, like, if you look at things like House of the Dead and stuff, those games are bullshit. They're fucking stupid.
What's the difference? Explain to me the difference between House of the Dead.
These are better!
No, but, like, what about the game is different that makes it more fun? The pedal?
The pedal does. I'm not gonna lie, because I mean, like, it adds the strategy as opposed to you're not like stuck in a fucking train car just going around. Like, I do like the pedal. I like the switching weapons. I like the kind of bonuses where it's just like there's certain guys that flash red that shoot at you. There's yellow guys you get better points for. Like,
okay, I'll give you that.
I just there's something.
House of the Dead doesn't lets you have control. I think that's the big thing.
It's just you're just like, and also House of the Dead is cheap. Like there's moments where you come around a corner and there's like 17 frogs, just coming at you, whatever. Like Time Crisis is orchestrated such that when you get good at it, you can fly through those levels. Like you start to feel like a badass.
That's true. I mean, we were in Japan, some of the arcades, and some people were just owning the game.
Yeah,
right?
making me feel like a shithead.
Yeah, where you keep on putting yen, and they're like,
I'm so good at Time Crisis, I can beat it in like 8 quarters. They're like, yeah, I can beat it 8 times in 1 quarter.
But this one's actually move capable, right?
So, and I played it at E3, and it was amazing. It looks way better than any Time Crisis before. Bigger monsters, bigger mechs, like really, really intricate battle, like destructible buildings, just really cool shit.
So has this been on the arcades yet? Because I've only played Time Crisis up to 4.
4 is the last time I've been in the arcades. I don't think this even got shipped to the arcades.
Wow. Because it wasn't
there
last time we were in Japan.
Not ship it. Like it seems like it's free money to put it in the arcade, but we'll see.
So yeah, I'm excited about this. I mean, if we're both gonna get Move. This is the game we're getting Move for the most part.
Which means, so I guess that means Move is shipping in October.
Yeah,
it's got to be.
It's late September or early October, somewhere in there. Actually, it probably comes on the same day as this.
Day of launch, I'm getting that with Time Crisis, and I'll see you guys in a week after I beat it 5 times. So next up is Fable 3.
Yeah, Fable 3.
Don't give a shit.
Yeah, Fable 2 was a little disappointing in a lot of aspects.
Yes.
I still played a lot of it. I put at least 12 hours into it. I got pretty far along the story. But what really bugged me about it was just all of the extra crap they tacked on.
Yeah.
Like marrying people, doing all the jobs. Like they didn't make it matter. They just kind of added it for people that really cared about that stuff. But since they never made it matter,
right? it felt like a mess.
Yeah.
Like every time I was playing through, it just felt like a mess because they would teach me these intricate new things of like, oh, you can do this person and buy them a flower and it increases their like of you by 2.7 and all this stuff. I was just like, and then what?
Yeah,
and
like
then
why?
what? I don't. And the thing is in the first Fable, they had that kind of shit where you could buy a house and the house would earn you rent and the rent would buy you better weapons. And it's like all of it felt like it was going down the same road.
And it funneled you to the same to something meaningful.
Yeah,
basically.
you never felt like you were just fucking wanking.
So my understanding is that they took this to heart.
Yeah.
So all the complaints from Fable 2, they said they put all this random stuff in, and each side even like kept statistics
Of who used
various parts of it, and nobody, like 90% of the people, just didn't even use it. All the random stuff there.
Yeah, I believe.
Which makes sense, right?
Because it was boring bullshit.
It was boring enough. So they actually took all that data, which I think is fascinating. Because I think Molly News is like using like feedback from like people actually playing the game, and like now they're trying to make everything fun. So now there's no experience points. So you're trying to be king, or you are king, and you get powers and all that good stuff by having followers. And everything you do in the game increases your numbers of followers, which all increase your things that you do. So if you get married, if you marry a high upper status person, you get more followers.
That's fine.
You see what I mean?
Yeah. So basically, they're having experience points called followers, right?
Yeah.
I mean, like that. You know,
but everything funnel, and that's the
thing.
It
all matters.
It all matters.
That's good.
So that to me is just like wow.
So if you go off and do a bunch of stupid bullshit, you get followers, then you get a new power. I mean, like everything is going towards that funnel.
So do you think if they made that connection, that at least it's interesting?
Yes.
Right?
Yeah. I mean, like if they pull. I mean, I'm not saying I'm not going to play this. I'm just saying that like usually when you bite me in a game, then the next one I don't give you any respect until you prove it, right? I mean, it's just like it was the same thing with Mass Effect 2. I didn't believe it was going to be good until I played it, and it was fucking awesome.
Assassin's Creed 2.
So, yeah, I mean, these things, it's like Fable 2 was such a pile of shit that I hated.
I had issues.
I'm not interested until they prove it, but I mean, everything you say sounds great.
So far, yeah. So they changed the story around. You're now a king. You have to. The thing that they talked about that kind of annoyed me a little bit is like now you have to worry about your cities and how they interact with other people. It's just like I'm not interested. I want to adventure.
I don't want to raise taxes.
Yeah, let's hope they don't add too much of that.
We will see. So next up is Rock Band 3. I'm not going to get it. So the next up is Kirby.
What are you not going to get?
Rock Band 3 is going to be awesome.
So my question to you is, what instrument are you going to get?
I want to play the keyboard. I'm actually
really not the guitar.
Well, I mean, I'm amped for all that shit. Like
But you'll buy the. So my question then is, will you buy a true MIDI keyboard or buy the Rock Band keyboard?
I don't know.
Because I don't want to buy a real keyboard just because you know what I mean.
Yes.
Then you can use it to make music.
Really, yeah. I mean, I have always. I took piano lessons as a kid, and I was always sad that I dropped them because I would love to sit down and play piano for real.
Yeah.
So if I can just play on Rock Band and then really feel like I'm getting better at music.
And then go to a real keyboard and actually make the music?
Yes. So the keyboard is my number one thing. So for you, it's guitar?
It's guitar, yeah. So I'm real. Because the thing is with drums, like even Rock Band 2, the drums really almost made it.
They were fantastic.
Yeah, they were fantastic. They actually made you. So like, I'm not worried about getting the drum kit, but I really want because like I played a lot of guitar.
Yeah.
So I want to see if like my skills are still there. I can still rock out. Like I can do like Sweet Child of Mine still a couple times.
Yeah.
But, like I want to be able to still do that, and I want like from right here you can actually get the real guitar.
Yeah.
And plug it in MIDI.
That is so badass.
I mean, it's probably gonna be like $150, $200, but like to me, it's...
But if you're playing a real guitar, fuck it.
Yeah, right?
That's so worth it.
Right?
It's so worth it.
400, maybe not.
Yeah.
But 150, 200, like I'll probably do that.
Yeah, exactly. And I feel the same way about keyboard. Like if I can buy an expensive keyboard that I play in Rock Band, but then I play it in my computer and get a nice software and like play music into it.
Put it into like GarageBand or whatever.
Done. Like
so how much would you spend?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Let's see how much it costs.
Right? Yeah.
I think that my mental barrier is like $200.
That sounds about right to me.
I feel like if I hit up against that, then after that I'm kind of like, I don't know.
Yeah, maybe you'll get a better one later. But you want to at least get an entry level.
Maybe we'll buy it used in a couple months, whatever. I'm talking like at launch, $200. I'll probably get it.
Yeah. So that's what I'm excited about.
And then we just need a drummer. So it's like you got guitar, I got keyboard, we get a drummer, we're fucking set.
That's right. So Rock Band drummer, we'll do some interviews pretty soon.
Tryouts, you mean?
Tryouts.
Yes.
Yes.
So then last up is Kirby's Epic Yarn for October. I am jazzed as shit.
This was my most excited, the game that I was most excited about after the Nintendo demo.
The Nintendo press conference.
Yeah,
like they came out with this, and you and I were both talking about it afterwards. Like, this is a game changer. Like, it's one of those things where they just treat the world like fabric. And we've talked about it in the past, but it's just there's this joy to the way that they do it, where it's like Nintendo kind of gets this fantasy without feeling like they're trying. And it's I don't know
probably because they try really,
exactly,
really
exactly.
hard.
They're so good at like polishing so much that you're just like anybody could do this game. It's so straightforward. And then you see other people make games. You're like, wow, games are hard.
So I think that, like that's what they do, right? They probably have like 5,000 different elements of this fabric, and we're only seeing about 20 of them.
Yeah, they threw out the rest.
Yeah,
they threw out the rest. I mean, the game. Like it's amazing. Like especially if you look at things like Mario Galaxy 2, it looks so childish and straightforward, and then you play it and you realize everything is tuned within an inch of its life.
I know. Like I can't imagine how you get good at that. You know what I mean? Like,
you
how do you train
at Nintendo until you're 50, and then they give you like one tiny job.
But like they've actually succeeded with other companies. That's the thing that boggles my mind, right? They took Retro Studios, who's this U.S. company, so like totally you don't even have the culture or any of that stuff. Saying make the next 3 Metroid Prime games.
Yeah, and they were
good.
They were awesome.
Right, and then they take was it not. Yeah, then the same company is doing the Donkey Kong games. Like they take all these other companies, and actually they don't make some of them, like a lot of them, actually.
Yeah.
So it's like not Nintendo incorporated.
Well, they plug them in, right? They put the electrodes on the head, and then they zap them until the drool comes out of their mouth, and they download the brains of their good engineers into fresh new bodies.
Well, Miyamoto clones, basically.
Yeah, exactly. They just dump them in, and it's like they're all just the same dude.
That makes sense to me.
Yeah, Miyamoto.
Yes.
So Kirby's Epic Yarn, buy at launch. It looks sick as shit.
On the Wii.
On the Wii.
Yes.
So next up, we haven't really been saying the platforms on these, but I think you guys can figure them out.
Yeah, for the most part. So that's all October. My biggest games probably Fallout or Rock Band.
Yeah, and I'm actually most excited for Time Crisis, and actually after watching those videos, Enslaved.
Really?
Yeah, because like you said, to me, it looks like a Ratchet. And once you start looking like a Ratchet game,
that's
I
all
am
you
suddenly
need.
interested. But actually Kirby too.
Yeah, Kirby as well, yeah. That
so
goes without saying.
There's a lot of good shit come out.
So November, wow, we have a bunch of games in 13 minutes, oh no!
Yeah. I don't know why you put Gran Turismo on
So
there.
Gran Turismo, look, like, I play racing games occasionally.
No, you don't.
I do, I played Forza, I played all 3 Forzas.
When was the last time you played a Forza game?
The Forza 3. I reviewed it, you were there!
What was that, like episode 20?
25? I don't know.
You don't play racing games.
So I played Forzas.
Yeah.
I played, Burnout Paradise, which you can't really call a racing game, I guess.
No, not really.
Split Second,
This is like
Blur,
the ultimate in realism.
it is.
This is no explosions, no weapons, no power-ups, no anything. This is like 1,000 realistic cars and a realistic track and very realistic graphics.
Yeah, and I'm just, it's like one of those things where it's like, you gotta play it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's just like, if you take any sort of genre,
You're going to
FPS,
rent it, right?
Yeah, of course.
You're going to buy it, right?
Hell no.
Okay.
Yeah, so I'm totally going to rent it.
All right.
But, so I think I want to give it a try. I want to see what they do. They added stuff which I don't understand why they did.
Yeah.
So now you can do kart racing.
Just basically very realistic go-karts.
Right? Is that what Gran Turismo, and like they
Maybe
added...
after the dirt audience, maybe? I don't know.
Well, no, but then they also rally racing.
Okay.
So they go after the dirt audience, which that makes sense to me. They added NASCAR.
So they're basically saying we own driving. They're saying, like, the reason why this has been in development for 18 years is that, like, we just wanted every car on the planet in every situation on the planet.
Yeah.
Do they have motorcycles?
I don't think they have those.
Okay, that would be ridiculous.
That would be, they add boats. That's what you
have
need
helicopters and boats and spaceships.
Yes, then you
realistic spaceships.
And if they added guns,
it's really slow and boring and quiet.
Yes, if they added guns, you totally play it though.
I probably would play it that
Gran Turismo Combat,
because then it'd be interesting.
Yeah. So like the thing is, like I kind of want to play it because I'm curious. They spent so long playing it. Yeah. $60 million has gone into this game, which is ridiculous. Yeah. So I'm more curious, but I'm not super jazzed.
I cannot wait to hear you tell me about it.
Yeah, and go to sleep.
So next up is DC Universe Online.
Yeah, we don't have to talk too much about this, but it is an MMO on the PS3.
That's weird.
You take City Heroes on the PC, you cram it in there.
Right.
You get a controller, and
keyboard,
you get to play as...
Like, you'd want to have a keyboard to type messages to people.
Well, you can play any USB keyboard into it. So I'm assuming, that'll probably be fine. But yeah, you're playing it. You can play Flash. You can play Batman. You can play any of these guys.
Yeah.
I'm kind of curious to see what they do because you don't see that many MMOs. Like, you see Final Fantasy XI.
Right. Final Fantasy 14.
14's coming out.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm curious.
Yeah.
But like, I don't think they're going to allow us to try it out. You can't rent it. I think you have to do a monthly fee or something bullshit like that.
Oh, yeah. How would you do that with an MMO? Because the thing is they want the barrier to entry to be really low on MMOs. Do you think that maybe they'll have a free download of the client?
No, I'm sure they'll charge $60 for it.
Do you think that when they're failing a year from now, they will have a free download of the client?
No, they'll just have home and a little entry portal that you go in and you start playing DC Universe Online.
They totally might have that. They might have, like, you walk into the DC Universe area of home, it downloads 1.5 gigabytes, and you're playing the fucking game.
Why not?
I don't know why not.
And you have to have PSN Plus.
Yeah. Oh,
why not?
Yeah, and you get it for free.
Free.
And it's the new, like, it's home too.
With superheroes.
Yeah.
So yeah, we'll see. I'm still curious because I like the superhero genre. I loved City Heroes for about a month. And then it got really old. So we'll see.
Yes.
Hopefully they have it at PAX.
Oh yeah, that'd be cool. So next up is Epic Mickey.
Yeah.
I am jazzed for this. Like we saw Epic Mickey. I saw Epic Mickey at E3.
Oh, did you? Did you get to play it?
I didn't get to play it because the lines were huge. Like they weren't like, Zelda huge or DSi or 3DS huge, but they were long. And so I just kind of stood there, watched over people's shoulders. But it looks fun. It looks really cool.
I was kind of worried about it because it looked a little basic in terms of like paint thinner, paint. You know what I mean? It doesn't seem like that much interactivity that you could do.
But it has that growing complexity that comes with a lot of good Nintendo games, and it's one of these things where there's so much of the cultural aspect to it. Like you start off in the Steamboat Willie era, and it's all black and white and old fashioned. You can kind of paint the stuff, and it moves on throughout the eras.
Yeah,
so it looks cool. I mean, like I until we get our hands on it, we're not going to know if that gameplay sells it or not.
Yeah, and there won't be a demo or anything like that for this game. So we'll see.
Not for the Wii.
Yeah, but I'm pretty excited about it. I mean, it's what's his face, War Inspector. So he makes good games.
Yes. So here's hoping that it's as good as it looks like it could be. Next up, fucking I
don't know why I'm so excited.
I don't know why I'm so excited, but fucking Dance Central looks like the shit.
Yeah, I mean, like out of all the Kinect games that I'm saying, like this is the game I'm gonna buy with it. Like,
well, I mean, for the Kinect, there isn't much that I give a shit about. Like they did all these demos, and it's just like this and this and this and this. I'm like, yeah, okay, casual kitty, casual kitty.
Dance Central, what? It's like,
and then I watched people playing it, and I was like, okay, you didn't fuck around. This wasn't like casual Dance Central. This is like dance with real choreography. And
different choreography per song, too, right?
And don't fuck around. I mean, like, I'm not gonna lie. I'll play the music in my house and I'll dance around like a fool. I don't go out and dance in clubs and stuff. But if you put this in my living room, I'm gonna dance like a silly princess.
Hell yeah! I mean, like, I was like really big into DDR for a while.
Yeah, DDR was awesome.
I loved it. I could do like 7-footish songs more or less, and like I was playing a lot, and then like. It just got tiring, right? Because it was just basically doing this, and there wasn't that much variety.
Yeah.
But it was a good workout. Yeah. Like I want another thing like that because I was at some point, like for a month, I was playing DDR every day for like an hour, right?
And you imagine this, like the DDR, like one of the big problems I had with it was I'd be in my office and the pad would slip on the floor.
Yeah.
I mean, I didn't buy the $300 metal professional pad.
Not like Sam.
Sam. But the thing is. Even the nicer, like I think I bought like there's like the shitty
$60 pad.
I bought the $60 pad, and I'd be hitting the things, and it wouldn't register.
It'd break like after. Yeah, it sucks.
But this is a camera. There's no parts to break.
The only thing that's going to break is your body,
and that's probably going to happen. But I mean, like people are saying that this really is. It's sensitive. It picks up your moves. And that I think that's gonna be really fun.
Yeah, and like at first I was thinking I'd be a little embarrassed about it, but for the most part, like you can be just as embarrassed about DDR or any of that stuff. Just like be looking stupid, whatever. Good workout, fun.
Yeah,
I'm sold,
dude.
And this is harmonics. Man.
I am so beyond being embarrassed about pretty much anything.
Yeah.
Like at this point, I don't care. I will dance like an asshole. I'll sing like an asshole. I don't whatever.
So hopefully they'll actually have it at PAX, and we would have already played it.
I hope so. I hope we have already played it at this point in our lives when you guys are watching this. Next up is Assassin's Creed.
Assassin's Creed.
Ass Brotherhood. I don't know about that. Tell me about Ass Bro.
Have you heard of that fucking site where the site where like what's that thing on the internet where they replace words with less offensive words like hell, heck?
Censorship? I don't know.
No, but there's like there's actually programs that automatically do it for you.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So
nanny bot or whatever.
Yeah, whatever, right? Yeah. So there's a site called buttbuttonate.com or something.
Butt buttoning?
No, buttbuttonate.
Butt buttoning.
Buttonate.
Oh, Buttonate. Okay, gotcha.
So it's just like that's Anyhow, but
so Aspro is another. It's the next Assassin's Creed. So
a year after.
Yeah, very quickly. I mean, like they clearly made a very good engine, and they I can imagine. I mean, like if you look at Assassin's Creed 2 and see the loving care that they put into every city they recreated, at the very end of the game, you get to
Spoiler alert?
Is it Rome? But the point is near the end of the game, you get to some cities that you don't spend as much time in, and they clearly spend a lot of time researching them. So they're like, we have more to say. Like, we don't need to build a new engine. This game is good. We have more to say.
Yeah, and I think you're in Rome this time.
Yes.
So there's an actual full single-player campaign. Yeah. You're going around. I think you're building your Brotherhood, so you're getting a bunch of other assassins in your group.
Yeah.
But there's also a huge multiplayer component to this game too.
Right. And that's what they're trying to get people amped about. I mean, like I'm more amped about the single player campaign.
Yeah.
But the multiplayer stuff, it sounds kind of cool. Like
it's pretty cool.
I think there's a couple different modes. There's like competing to assassinate people, or sneaking around to avoid each other.
So the one that I saw, that talked about a lot, was that you're a bunch of assassins playing on a map, and everybody gets a target. So it's kind of like Assassin, the game Assassin, right? So you would have a target, that person would have a different target, and so on and so forth. And when you see that target, if they're moving or acting weird, like climbing up fucking walls, and then their disguise goes away. So you can see them, and then it turns into a chase. But if you can get away from him for real for a long enough amount of time, you can get your disguise back. So the whole point of it is like you be going, and then you sit down on a bench.
Yeah.
Or so it's
and
this
there's got to
weird
be
cat and
obviously
mouse
some way to
kinda...
make it so you can't just sit on a bench forever, right? There's going to be all
exactly. Because you're still trying to target somebody else.
Oh, right.
So everybody's chasing everybody else.
Yeah.
So it's like this weird cat and mouse kind of dynamic. I'm really excited about it. I really want to play.
So I will get this at launch because they sold me on Assassin's Creed 2. That was a phenomenal game.
Yeah.
So next up is Call of Duty Black Ops.
Yeah. So I was really down on this game because it was Treyarch, and they did I did not like the job they did on Call of Duty World War.
Right. But we watched the gameplay like 2 or 3 weeks ago.
The multiplayer.
And you were really impressed.
They got me.
Yeah.
They just showed me around, and I was like, I want to play that game.
Yeah.
That's all I needed.
I watched you do it, too.
I know. Did you see my eyes?
Yeah, because you don't want to, because you know it's Treyarch. You're like, I'm sure that's going to be terrible. But that was kind of cool. Yeah, that was kind of cool, too.
Did you just do that?
Oh, my God. Yeah, so I can see that it's got its hooks in you.
Yeah, so I'm going to do it. Everything I've seen of the single player so far has kind of disappointed me.
Yeah.
It looks like the standard Treyarch, let's just add a bunch of random stuff, and it doesn't have that kind of polish that they typically do for a lot of gameplay. Yeah. So whatever, but the multiplayer, why not? Yeah. Everybody else is going to buy it, too, so it's like, everybody's going to move to the next game.
You'll have people to play with. You will not be short on players, for sure.
Exactly.
So next up is Donkey Kong Country Returns.
Yeah, so did you not play these games back in the day?
I didn't, because I didn't own an N64.
It was also on SNES back in the day.
I didn't own a SNES.
Really? What did you
So I went from NES to PC, and then back to PS2. So it's kind of like this.
Really?
Yeah, I kind of dodged around some middle Nintendo stuff.
Like NES, Commodore 64, PC, Genesis. That's what I did.
You just put Commodore 64 after NES?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, I got a Commodore 64 after NES.
Okay.
But anyhow,
right. Yeah.
But yeah, so this has a huge history. Rare, who made like Cameo and all those other games that we're talking about, and Golden.
Cameo is so underrated. I will say that every fucking time. That was a decent game.
I don't understand why people don't like that game.
People hated it. And it came out when there was 4 Xbox 360 games.
And it was like, this game sucks.
Yeah, people were like, this game sucks. I'm like, you have nothing else to play. Like, I don't care. I will watch fucking paint dry rather than play cameos. Like, it's good. Come on, try it.
It's not bad. I liked it a lot.
I'm not saying it's changed the world, but it's fine.
Yeah. But yeah, Donkey Kong. So it's a Rare. They're going off and taking. So I guess. So no, actually, it's not Rare. So that was Rare making the old games.
Oh.
And then now Retro Studios, who made the Metroid Prime.
Metroid Prime.
I guess since Metroid Prime went over to Team Ninja, they're like, well, what are we going to do now?
They're like, Donkey Kong.
It's like, okay.
Yeah.
Sure. It looks good.
It looks really good.
Really good. Like with the graphic power of the Wii.
With the graphic power of the Wii. Anything is possible. But it has a lot of really nice dimensionality. Like you're going front and back. You're popping from foreground to background. There's a lot of really fun platforming. A lot of just very good cartoony play that looks really polished.
Yeah. The only thing that slightly scares me about this game is that all the reviews and stuff I'm talking about, it seems like they're going after the new Super Mario Brothers Wii ideas, concepts.
Okay.
They're lifting a lot of stuff in there, so I worry it's going to be casually.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
But New Super Mario Brothers Wii was
sucked. We didn't like it. Remember?
Wait, was that? Oh yeah.
Yeah, because it's the one where it's like 4 players at a time. It's like super casual.
Where it was supposed to be fun with 4 players, but not by yourself so much. Yeah.
So like I'm a little worried because they're actually lifting a lot of that, and I feel like they're making it slightly casual.
We'll see. I mean, all the gameplay that they've come out with so far has always been single player that I've seen, and it looks good. So we'll see. Hopefully be good.
Please.
So next up is Golden Sun Dark Dawn.
Yeah, I didn't play the other one. I think 7 years ago when it came out.
Right, and I think that puts us at a major disadvantage because when we look at this video, it's like, wow, that is a boring-looking JRPG on the DS.
Yeah, so the only reason...
If I have a choice between this and Dragon Quest IX, I will go back and play more Dragon Quest IX.
Really?
Well, I'm just saying, like,
because
given a lot of free time on a plane.
I mean, the only reason I'm putting it is because there's this huge like fan base out there who said Golden Sun, the story and all that was really awesome. That like I'm willing to give this a try.
Yeah, I'll try it.
But seriously, like it's turn-based battle and it's like the most cliche of the JRPG stuff. So
it looks really boring.
But then so was Persona.
That's true.
Persona's actually good. So we'll see if they actually mess around.
That's true. So next up is Splatterhouse.
Yeah, my phone. So Splatterhouse.
So you were sitting there, you're like, yeah, it's all gory, it looks kind of cool, it looks like this, and I was like, okay, you're telling me.
So what I saw.
Well, you told me it looked cool, and I went and I watched some videos online, and this game looks like anus.
Yeah.
Like it genuinely doesn't look good.
So this has a storied past, right? Splatterhouse, it came out it was on arcades. I remember playing it as a little kid.
Yeah.
It's like really scary, really grody, really nasty. It came out on Genesis a couple times.
Right.
It's basically your side scroller, whatever.
Yeah.
But I heard they're going to reboot 3D, crazy stuff.
Yeah.
And then they fired most of the guys.
Ooh, yeah, because you were watching the gameplay, and I was watching. It was like a dude walking 2D, and he hit a dude and splat the screen. He hit a dude and it hits the wall. I was like, oh, well, it looks kind of like a shitty downloadable game, like not a very good downloadable game. You're like, yeah, that's a full price title.
So I hold out for nostalgia's sake that they saved this game.
Yeah.
But it looks really
awful. I can't even tell you how bad this game is.
Let's go to the next one.
So Sly Collection, we're almost done here. So Sly Collection is a remake of the first 3 Sly games in HD new gen. There is nothing more to say. The first 3 Sly games were fantastic. I will buy this at launch.
That's right. They did add 3D, which I thought was a little odd.
I don't care. I won't play it with 3D.
Yeah, I don't think I will either.
Because 3D is fucking tired and it hasn't even happened yet.
You don't even have the glasses.
I don't have the glasses. I'm not going to get the glasses. I will play the game as God intended it on a 2D screen when he created the Earth 6,000 years ago.
That's right. With all the dinosaur bones.
And last up is Need for Speed Hot Pursuit.
I'm just excited about this game. It's one of the last few just because the same guys, it's Criterion who did Burnout Paradise.
Okay.
So they're taking Need for Speed series, which I never liked.
Yeah.
Cops versus robbers, and like you get these extra special, like you can like have drop roadblocks if you're the cop.
Okay.
And you get all these powers, so it looks really cool.
So a little bit like a Split Second, where it's like you get abilities and then kind of drop them on people.
So I think you might like it.
Okay.
We'll see. Burnout a little bit, right? I mean,
a little bit. The new one, the whole driving around the map thing, just never clicked with me. Like the Burnout before that, I really enjoyed though.
Okay. So I think that's it.
That is our show for the week.
Wow.
We didn't put the outro in here.
Outro, yes.
But let me see if I can remember. So if you have any comments or questions, call in at 888-233-8480 and send your audio or video files to feedback@NooBTooB.com. Holy shit, it's been my fucking brain.
That's pretty good, but that's the number, but that's not what we actually see at the end of the episode.
I'm remembering words.
That's right. So that's it for this episode. Yeah. Thank you much for watching. Yes. And if you guys liked the episode, please click on the subscription. God damn it.
Right here.
Subscription button right up here. And if you like the episode, click on Toba's Junk.
Thumbs up down here.
Yes, I'm Yuzo Watanabe.
And I'm Tobin Kozire. Audio engineering is brought to you by Range Kegerator Strunk in his office. That's boring. All right.
That's good enough.
That's all for this week. We're out.
See ya. It is recording.
Okay.
All right. 1, 2, ready.
Are you starting?
Oh,
I'm starting.
Okay.
I'll start.
Whatever.